Hello and welcome to episode number 2 of the RePurposed podcast. Repurpose for your next chapter. So I get a lot of questions about what does repurpose even mean? So I think the second episode is a great place for us to identify what do you actually mean by repurpose, Ene? Who are you speaking to and does that want in their life? In this episode, I'm going to share my interpretation of repurposed. I'd also love to hear yours. So maybe you can drop me a message wherever you're listening podcast. I would love to hear from you. But here goes. Repurposed for me, it's about serving, specifically for me, it's the woman because that's who I serve. Helping that woman who knows that she wants to reinvent herself and do something completely different to what she's done before. And when I say something, a career, let me be clear. I don't mean a new job. I don't mean a new organization. I don't mean a new team, a complete turnaround. She is packaging all of her gifts, her skills, her talents, her purpose, and she's creating a mission, a movement. She's creating a business. Yes, this is also about business, about income, about making money, about financial independence. But because we are, for some of us, perhaps for the first time in our life, we're actually going back and picking up that skill, that talent, that gift, that yearning, that voice in our head, that whisper, that saying that there's more. And we're using that, we're tuning into that, we're leaning into that. And yes, we are creating, we're creating a movement. Yes, we're creating a message. And yes, we are creating a business. So I want to be clear, if you're looking for a new job, if you're thinking that your job no longer satisfies you because you don't like the organization, you don't like your boss, or you don't like your team members, that's all great. But this right here is all about the woman who is completely up-leveling everything in her life, including her voice, and creating a new income stream, because she knows that there is so much more than she's allowed herself to be, to do, to have in her previous seasons. So you may at this point be asking, you know what, Ene, I really like that. And in fact, I think you're speaking to me. My challenge is I don't know what I want. I know that I'm called to do more. I know that I am ready to do more, but I don't know what more is. And if that's you, I want to speak to you directly. I want to celebrate you for your awareness, for your transparency, but I would like to challenge that notion. And I would like to suggest that you do, in fact, know what. You may just not have allowed yourself to believe that you do. Here are some exercises. I'm going to share with you a couple of exercises that you're welcome to use to see if you can find that thing, unpack that thing. One is, what messages are you getting within you? If you got into a really quiet place, get yourself a beautiful journal and a beautiful pen and get still. No external voices, no external noise, no external influences, and get still and listen to the voice within. What's it telling you? If you go over your life to date, you will see strands, you will see evidence, you will see a trail. If you look for it, you will find a trail that forms a pattern. In that pattern, in that trail, will be clues. When I was doing my master's, at City University here in London in 1996. We were tasked with a team project, and each team had to deliver a presentation on a model software that the team had created. Now, I'm not the most technical person. We are where we are. I certainly was where I was. So I was put in this team. Honestly, I had very little technical ability, or at least knowledge. I pulled my weight. I did the best I could for my team. And then we had to present to the entire year and the lecturers in charge at the end of our project time. Now, I don't say this with humility. I say this from a place of fact. I was probably the weakest link when it came to putting together the technical scoping, the technical aspects, the timeline, the benchmark, the project, all of that stuff. I was like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but I'm here. When the day came for us to give our presentations, I recognized that I was head and shoulders ahead when it came to presenting back to the class. I share this to say that when I look back on my life, I see a pattern from the trail that I have left in the sand of my life, all taking me to the same place, speaking, presenting, storytelling, keynoting, whatever word you want to use, but basically using my voice for impact. I put it to you that you have in your trail of the sand of your life, you have something that's pointing you to where you want to be, to where you're going. And now is the time to go back, if you haven't already, to go back and investigate that trail and allow it to take you to where you want to be, because it does exist. And then when you find it, the whole point of repurposed is to repurpose it to create at least an income stream, if not an entire business. Because I believe that that is your gift, and that it's designed to serve you. And from it, you shall eat. So you will find, and I do hope you stay connected, you will find that as we journey to this next chapter of our life, there will be a lot of business building conversations, not heavy duty, but certainly the first, the second steps of launching, of creating, of building your business. There'll also be a lot on speaking, on storytelling. Why? Because I can't help it. It's what I do. And there will also be a lot of personal development, because in my 5 years as a business owner, I've realized that we need along this journey, as we grow, develop as we build. I will go as far as saying that we can only grow and build a business to the level of our personal development, because everything we do is based on our personal development. There's going to be so much from my personal experience that I believe that if you are somewhere in the journey, it will serve you in ways that you may not even necessarily recognize the time. Another thing I have learned is that we need to hear the same thing, certainly more than once, more than twice. I would even say more than 3 times. We need to hear the same thing over and over again, because the more we hear things is the more we embody that thing, which is why you may have recognized this when you watch your movie. You can watch a movie the second time, the third time, and you think, hang on, is this the same movie? Is this a new edition? Did they have a version of the movie? Because I don't remember this happening. It's not. It's the same movie. But your level of awareness the first time you watched it was very different to your level of awareness the second time and the third time. And so I invite you, my invitation to you is to keep an open mind, to allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to be a student of life, because otherwise you close yourself off to further knowledge, to further learning. Allow yourself to embody what you learn as you learn it, but without putting pressure on yourself. Where you are now is exactly where you want to be. And what you need now is exactly what you need now. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Today, let's embrace it. Let's give love. Let's receive love. And let's be thankful. Take care and bye for now.